Hello everyone and welcome to a probably a bit noisy Captain's Video weblog. We're Wednesday, September 23rd, I think, 2015. Tomorrow is officially, well, not really officially, the start of my second week of this last year. Whoa. I'm currently walking towards my apartment because the bus is in a quarter of an hour. Don't want to wait, even though my suitcase pretty heavy. Got closed for about 10 days. And I thought it would be a pretty cool occasion to see what are the abilities with reduced lighting. So yeah, why am I doing this now? Well, it's halftime in rugby and football. Nothing happening in football, a lot more happening in rugby. Sorry, gotta catch my breath a little. Walking. I honestly wonder what it will be like with my suitcase rolling in the background. That's when the microphone going left and right. One thing I really like about rugby is that despite the lack of, injury time, the referee won't stop the match after, well, the time of it is over. Oh shit, there's no light anymore. If there's still some game, I find this really cool when you compare it to football, when say there's 3 minutes of stoppage time, but the ref can call you off if he thinks that won't go anyway. But on the flip side, it can also mean that get this stuff when your team is having a good phase. Checking the mail at 10 PM, nothing in the mail. Whereas in football, if you think that this corner kick or this penalty kick, whatever, can go and do something, let it play. I'm back. The light. Oh Jesus. So yeah, what I wanted to talk, and I mean, walking for something like 5 minutes already. It is a good chance to do is talk about something some people my age might have already passed or not, like me, which is the driver's license. I hate driving, to be fair. You're seeing it, my most intimate, nearly. Even come with me in my shower. So yeah, in the US, you can have your driver's license as early as 16 years old, which sounds like a bit of a drag, you know, because in some states you're not even legal when you're 21, until you're 21. Sorry, oh boy. Anyway, in my country you become an adult for the law when you're 18, and you are not allowed to drive by yourself until you're 18. You can have your driver's license before you're 18 unless you are in some sort of course that requires that you pass your license, which means usually in high school. But we have this little system when you can drive with your parents or another adult over the age of 28, I think, and who was himself, well themselves, the driver's license. I chose that way because, you know, well, didn't really choose. People chose it for me, namely my parents and my grandparents. And I realized really early during the driver lessons that I don't like driving, you know? It's not because, you know, I can focus on things too much, which is kind of an issue when you're driving, obviously. But I also don't feel like anybody should put their lives between my hands. I don't do it. And now that I am 22, everyone's telling me you should definitely have your license because it's necessary. It gives you an edge when you're looking for a job or an internship. And while that's true, I only feel that I should pass it when it becomes necessary, because I could have an internship where it's never required for me to drive. I know it sounds a little bit like I'm grasping at straws, but I really don't like driving. And people tell me, yeah, you're gonna be so much more free when you get your license. You can go anywhere, but I don't want to go anywhere. If anything, if I could stay at home all the time, I would be pretty fucking pleased. Yeah, I mean, that not going to the college or something like that, I don't reject that idea. I really like going to classes. It gives me something to do. But, like, tell me, you can go to the cinema, or go to go shopping, go to a park by yourself, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do it by myself. I like to stay alone when I'm at home. But doing stuff, even if it's fun by yourself, it's such a waste of time, you know? When I go to the cinema here, I've seen Interstellar and Gone Girl, and I really like that. The only thing that undermined the experience, kinda, is that I was on my own. You know, Gone Girl, if I had gone and seen it, probably not with my father or my mother, because they don't really like that kind of movies, but with my sisters or friend, it would have been so much more enjoyable. the same goes for Interstellar. Where is the fun in doing something if you're doing it on your own? Video games give me that chance of doing stuff that can be fun even if I don't play with anyone. And even then, I don't really like to play with no one. Like, I know that there's the single player campaign, and I really like those because they're really thought to kind of make you forget that you're on your own. Either by, and I'm gonna talk about Call of Duty here. It's a game that doesn't renew itself at all. But the single player campaign, pretty fun. Portal 2, the puzzles, they're so complicated. You think, I would like to have someone else play with me, but on the other hand, you know that they have been crafted so that you can complete them on your own. But when you go to the cinema or any form of real life, I will say, entertainment, I feel like doing it on your own is, it's sad, really. And I mean, going shopping, I hate shopping with such a passion. When I'm going shopping, it's like I've got nothing else to eat, because most time, I don't shop for stuff that's for amusement. I will shop for food. I don't find it fun. I'm there. I'm putting the stuff in the most often in my backpack. I'm paying and I'm leaving as fast as possible. I can't, for the life of me, imagine going shopping and looking for fun things to do. I did that when I was like maybe 12, and I knew that there was someone else with me that would be doing the stuff, the boring stuff. Well, I would be, don't know, maybe reading manga or listening to music in the entertainment aisle. But I don't want to do that. If you give me the option, it's even worse. You can do stuff by yourself. You don't have to rely on anybody. It's not that I don't like the idea of not relying on anybody. It's just that I was thinking about it. There's kind of a double standard. I'm totally okay with going back here, taking the train and arriving here by 10 p.m. No, I'm totally fine because it only involves me, the tramway, and the bus if possible. Not like today. God damn it, I'm still feeling the sweat here on the side of my face. That's not cool. I'm gonna have to take a shower. No, I thought long and hard about it before taking the shower this afternoon, and I was like, yeah, if I completely wash myself, it's such a waste of soap. Because I know that I'm gonna sweat whether I'm taking the bus and the tramway or not. It's gonna happen. But yeah. And on the other end, when I'm going back home, I'm like, I should be home before 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is like the limit. If I can do it, I'm either staying or I'm going back. But really going back, it's after 8 p.m. It's like I have no other choice. I did that when I was in the second year of my bachelor's degree, because I had the class that ended at 7:15, and people were like, yeah, that's kind of shitty because it ends at 7:15, but on the other hand, it's Thursday. The Friday we don't have a class before 10 a.m. We can do stuff, go in at the bar or at the club. I was like, no, I have to go back home. And I was like, I got this train at 8 p.m. I'll be home by 11 p.m. because I had 1 whole hour of changing of weight between the first train and the second train. And the second train, it's like it was not even worth it waiting the whole 1 hour wait, because the other train, literally 10 minutes. It's because I couldn't say to my parents, go take me here by 9 p.m. Because that's not something you do. On the other hand, if I had the choice, if I had my driver's license, which I don't think would have been possible. No, because there's this 3-year period when you've got this exam before being allowed to take driving lessons. It's the code. We call it the code. It's you're learning the rules before you're allowed to drive. And it took me a month. That was the shortest part. Even when I had to retake it last year, it took me like a month or two, not even. And like the people at the driving school, they were like so impressed that I could do it in a month. But it's nothing. It's intellectual stuff. I told the person who was teaching me how to drive, this has really no influence on how fast I'm going to be a good driver. And in her own words, I'm not a good driver. The last lesson, before you're allowed to drive on your own, well, with your parents, you have your parents at the back of the car. And I was doing pretty fine, I think, because the person that's teaching you has a second set of commands. Only to brake or put the pedal to the metal. And I was doing pretty well. It's something like you're showing off how good you've become. It took me 30 lessons of 1 to 2 hours, and I was not even good enough to avoid like a simple error. But if the person wouldn't have pushed on the brakes so hard, I nearly ate the wheel, the steering wheel. It was the moment where I least wanted that to happen. Then I drove. You're required to drive 1,000 kilometers in about a year, but since my formation, my lessons took about a year in itself, I had to do those 1,000 kilometers in about 6 or 9 months, and then you have a 2-year period, I think, or another year to do 2,000 more kilometers. And I was about 500 kilometers short of being allowed to pass my license, to take the driving exam before when my time ran out, basically. And I knew I wouldn't be able to take the exam, because even though sometimes you're 500 kilometers short of being allowed, but you can still do it. I wasn't able to do it because I nearly broke my hand, really, during a judo practice. Not something I'm really proud of, but shit happens. And not something that you can go anywhere when you've got your license. When I've got my license, when I get it in the mail, I'm gonna put it on my desk. I'm gonna forget about it, and that I'm not that much of an asshole right now. When I've got my license, I'm gonna be so much more of an asshole. No, they're gonna be like, yeah, you can go this place. Why don't you go there? Because I don't want to. I've got the license. I make the choice. I don't want to go there. I won't. You're giving me
the ability to say fuck you every time there will be, the possibility of going somewhere and I can do it. I'm gonna say no because I don't like driving. I don't like doing stuff. Really, I don't like going out. Imagine that situation. The only situations really where I will drive willingly is that if it's career threatening, or maybe I should say or life threatening. Like, if you don't do that, one, you're gonna die, one, you're gonna be fired, two, you're probably gonna die too. I don't plan on working with the mafia, so obviously that shouldn't go hand in hand. But I plan on doing a job that got some implications that could be life-threatening. But I mean, why would I want to do something if I don't do it and it's fine? There's this movie and it's the last week. Well, I wait until it's out on DVD or on VOD. Why would I even want to take the car, go there on my own, spend 10 to 20 euros, depending on it, if it's 3D or not, and then come back home probably tired, when I can wait, 1 or 2 months, and have only to click some buttons on the remote and only spend 5 euros. I'm someone who is at the bottom. When you strip me of everything, I'm probably one of the laziest person you will know. Like I said, when you will want to do something, you will be able to do it without having to rely on us. But that's no fun, When I'm in a car, I'm extremely stressed. If I begin to speak to myself, it's gonna go wrong because most times speaking will be the only thing I will think about. I've already beaten the fucking dust while talking. I've walked into posts while talking. I'm not someone you should trust with something that could end my life if I fuck up, if you want me to do it on my own. I know one thing, I know that I'm really stressed because I've driven for thousands of kilometers. As I've said, 500 kilometers short of the 3,000. I've nearly caused 3 accidents. One that's been avoided because there was literally no car. I was going into a roundabout and I fucked up. I don't exactly remember what I did. Probably was something with the speed, didn't go too fast enough, or maybe I pushed the wrong pedal. Because we're in Europe, and in Europe automatic cars not something that's really there. I nearly caused an accident because I fucked myself in the ass. When the car was stopped and I was and I panicked. I knew that if I could take it slowly, I could do the whole thing again, just take it slow. I couldn't do it because I'm so panicked that I could cause something that's not only got that could cause us to lose money, but just imagine there's a truck that's coming in the roundabout, thinks I'm going and doesn't brake, we're dead. One thing happened on the motorway was under the rain, and suddenly someone decided to stop their maneuver. They were probably and I was forced to brake like an asshole. The person behind me, I still don't know how they managed not to even push us in any sort of way. But you know, that's kind of stuff that doesn't make me like driving. And also there's this town where I know we're gonna do the exam, the examination. There's this town. First off, you're in the main avenue, and you know, you're not the way that's got precedence. Every fucking little street, there's those streets are one-way streets, and if the way they're going is the way someone goes on the main way, they've got the precedence. You got to stop for them while you're on the main way that's going both ways. What the fucking logic is that? And then, you know, there is suddenly this little street where cars are parked on both sides, and there's barely the place for a car. And when you know the issues I've got with respecting the borders of the car, you know, I've been really often told that they should put blades on the side of the car so that they could cut off the grass that's on the side of the road. Just thanks to me. And I was like, yeah, that's funny, but that's not funny. Because in this street, if you're not on the road exactly in the middle, you're fucked, because no one will do it in such a way that you can go there at the advised speed. I was pretty much playing with both the accelerator and the brakes, and I was more on the brakes than the accelerator. I was probably 10 kilometers per hour, and it told me, yeah, you shouldn't do that. You should be going 3 times as fast. And I was like, no fucking way. I'm not doing that. If that's something that can make me fail at the exam, I will fail. I don't want to put myself in that kind of danger. People here are so fucking irresponsible that they might go out of their parking place just without telling you. You know, you've got the signals, you can do it. One of my biggest fears is also with those fucking roundabouts, because no one's putting their signal. I've been taught for 1 month, and I know that you should always have your fucking signal on in a roundabout. Nobody does that. Not even my parents. I always tell them while they're driving, you should fucking put your signal, you know? It's there for a reason. You can have, you know, you're infringing. Sometimes they tell me, yeah, laughing that they wouldn't get the code if they pass the exam today. That's frightening. I'm not sure I want to drive, and I know that, you know, sometimes I'm like, I wouldn't have the code if I pass the exam, but even without a lot of lessons, I passed it twice, 3 years or 3 years and a half, with a 3 years and a half spread. But really, I hate driving, and if I get the license, I'm gonna be so much worse of a person, because I'm gonna be like, yep, not doing it. If someone tells me, yeah, you should be coming home, there's something really important, there's like this big family talk, yeah, fuck you, I'm not going home. You told me that I had the power to do anything I wanted. If now that I have the license, I have the license. If you tell me to drive to go home and do that thing where everyone is in a fucking bad mood after doing it, and you feel that it's gonna motivate me. Like, the only thing that motivates me when I'm out of the class by 5:15 and I've got a train at 6 p.m. is that, you know, if I miss that train, I've got to wait a whole hour and a half until the next train. If you remove that, I go back home, I sleep probably for the whole weekend because I can. And that's really nothing personal, you know. I'm gonna be probably even more of a recluse if I get the driver's license, which is probably the number one reason why anyone who knows me shouldn't push for me to have the driver's license. On the other hand, this whole thing that's been been going on for 6 years at this point, because I literally took the first license 3 months after graduating from high school. The thing that I take away is that it's been paid by my grandfather, and my grandfather died since, and I can bring myself to say, yeah, I'm gonna split on part of your legacy and 300 euros of your money because I am a piece of shit. But yeah, if my parents paid it, now that I'm 22, I'm like, yeah, I'm giving you the money back, and I'm fucking dropping out until it's become necessary. That's pretty much all there is to say on the matter. If it had been my grandmother who's still alive, I would have thought about it, because my grandmother probably wouldn't accept for me to give her 300 euros, because one of the last wills of my grandfather was like, we should never have to beg for money, even though she's giving me 10 euros a week, which is pretty much as if I was begging. But that's stuff you cannot control. So yeah, probably if my parents paid it, I would have been totally fine with it. Since it's not my parents, more of a moral issue, really. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been 30 minutes. Holy shit, I probably missed most of the second half of the rugby. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. I don't know when this video will be up, because I probably have to free some space on my phone to do the edit. Thanks for watching. A third time, because yeah. Bye.